Good morning, it's Drew from Atlantis, and today I've got Brennan, Colby, Boley, and myself here in Millburn, New Jersey, and we are about to completely rip out an existing pond and install our Tranquility Elite pond, which is a 10 by 14 pond with fish cave included. We're gonna also be adding an elevated waterfall with a max height of 3 foot above the water level, plus an 8-foot stream. So let me show you what we got to work with, what we're gonna be ripping out, and then go over our design for the new pond for what we'll be installing. Here we've got the existing pond in their landscape. So what we need to do is first drain this water out, pull out all that muck that's in there. I think this is home to 2 or 3 bullfrogs. So we're gonna save them, pull them off to the side, so once we finish and rebuild the new pond, they'll have a nice new place to come and hang out. So what we have to do, we have to gain access from the driveway down this path. So we're gonna be pulling up all of these bluestone stepping stones, pulling them out of the way, moving some landscape plants, saving that for later. The electrician's here. He's gonna be connecting another circuit to the panel and running power over to this side, which is where our new skimmer will be. Right now, we've got a pond roughly about 10 by 10. It's kind of a square shape, not very natural, lots of small stones. It's filled with a lot of debris. We're sitting underneath huge maple trees. This one's kind of gone neglected for a little bit. So we're gonna clean this out, rip it out, and then install our new Tranquility Elite pond. So anytime we come across a pond that we're asked to come out and rebuild, we're always for that opportunity. But it's always fun finding the methods and materials that were used when the old ponds were constructed. So instead of using a geotextile underlayment, these guys laid carpet padding underneath the entire pond, which is great because they were protecting the liner, but this stuff over time does start breaking down. It does rip, it does tear. You can see roots from the surrounding trees were growing through it. So over time, it would eventually break down and be a potential cause for leaking. So we got the old liner out, now it's just getting this out so we can kind of basically fill the pond in, compact it well enough, and then we'll recarve and shape the new pond. We are just cruising through this new pond installation here. Right now, we've got our liner in the hole. You can see the outline of where our shelves are. The skimmer's over there, so we're gonna be hooking that up and attaching it, making that nice watertight seal. Meanwhile, we're gonna get our gravel and rocks to get this bottom layer fully rocked in. Due to access for our machine, we're gonna do essentially rock in half this pond and then back out, continue and complete the excavation here on this back side, and then we can rock it in from the edge. But until then, we're just gonna be repurposing some of the stones that were in the old pond. We wanna keep the rock work on the bottom of the pond really tight and smaller so it's not taking up a lot of space, leaving more room for water and for the fish and plants. Good morning. Day 2. We are back here in Millburn, New Jersey to finish up this 10 by 14 pond. So yesterday we got that old pond completely demolished, ripped it out, then recarved in the footprint for our new pond. Because of access and the machine we have here, we actually had to do it a different way than we normally do. So what I mean, access for our machine here, it cannot reach that full span of the 14-foot length of the pond. So we had to basically dig half of it here. We set and finished all of the far side there, and as we worked backwards, we started setting these larger boulders, got our fish cave in, and now we've got to do some finished stonework on this side. We got to disguise our fish cave, get our frame rocks for this waterfall that's going to be coming up and out of the pond, and then we can button this up, start rinsing that. We'll have a couple of guys working on finishing the waterfall. We got to dig in our plumbing, dig in some electric, and then this thing will be ready to be filled up and plugged in. So over on the far side there, you see Brendan and Boley are working on setting a very large, what we call frame rock. That is going to be the left side of where that main falls enters into the pond. We're gonna have another one about 1.5 foot over to the right side of that as well. And then we'll build up and have our weir stone that acts as the spillway into the pond. Setting these, we want them to be taller than where the water is going to be dropping in, so it forces the water over that weir stone and into the pond. And for this particular drop, we want the water to be falling 12 inches into the top of the pond. So this way there's going to be a lot of agitation in the water, really causing that water to churn up. It acts a couple of different ways. It's going to agitate and aerate the water, but it's also going to be forcing it all the way across to the skimmer here. This way we're going to get good circulation. The water plunges down to the bottom and then further circulates the water and gets it all to turn over, so it's being pumped through the biofalls and you'll get your optimal filtration. I cannot wait to finish filling this up and turn it on and show you guys. This one absolutely is going to be one for the records. These guys have done a killer job on this one. I can't tell you how proud I am. The edge work, the stonework, working our way up this waterfall to where it starts at that biofalls. We have got plants, we've got big boulders, really cool curves to make this thing look as natural as it can. But man, this thing is really taking shape. We are so close to pulling our clean out pump out and starting to let this thing fill. And then we clean up and we're out of here. So just hang on tight. I promise this one's gonna be great. Okay, it's time to go get Jen and Matt and see what they think. You guys ready?
Ready. Reveal.
Wow, look at how it flows over. It's so much better. I can't believe it. Love that. It looks so much better. And look at all the plants you guys planted. Wow, it really looks so natural. It really didn't look natural. Now it does.
Oh, sounds like
yeah, and I love the noise. It's really something.
Just check out this waterfall from down here with 3 foot of elevation for the max height of that spillway out of the waterfall. We were able to make some really good sized waterfalls. One of my favorite one here is this bottom one. We've got water that is just crashing over one spillway onto another and then really pinching down and rushing over the face of these 2 big character boulders. Really stirring up that water, giving that nice deep churning sound as it plunges into that water, forcing it across to the skimmer over there. As we move up here, this is a generous sized pooling area with a nice accented beaching area here. We've got some golden creeping jenny as it meanders its way up through a series of 2 more spillways out of that biofalls. So this, with these flat rocks, it's super interactive and very close to the edge of that walkway there. And then check out the shape and size of this pond. It really took on shape using the rocks that we used. There is not a hard edge anywhere on this pond. Really just nestling into those little lagoon things and then following the contour around here. The stonework on this one came out great. We were able to repurpose a lot of their landscape plants around the edging, built some retention walls just to get our level up against to hold our pond on this side here, and then the same on that back side. Our plumbing is all run all the way up through there down to the bottom of that biofalls. This thing is gonna clear up and be super clean in the next few days. We've got 30 inches of depth down to that bottom, 14 feet this way, 10 feet this way. This is awesome.